Hello and a very good evening to you here on the TC Hub. My name's JB, John Stuttard, and it's nice to be with you on this Friday night. We've got some championship action tonight, and it's a debut for Blue Nose growing up. Troy Deeney as he makes his Birmingham City debut. Or hopefully makes his Birmingham City debut. I haven't got the full teams yet, but I'm sure our commentator does at the moment, but we'll be crossing over to a new commentator very shortly. Wayne Rooney's Derby are in some sort of a trouble at the moment, not just on the field, but off the field. Financial problems with Mel Morris and things like that haven't helped Birmingham City's cause this season. It really has been a chastening time. But Birmingham City, certainly a team on the up under Lee Bowyer. And I think, as I said at the start of the season when we did a preview, I had Birmingham City down. We have a little prediction, and I've actually gone for Birmingham City secretly to reach the playoffs and get into the maybe win the whole thing itself. Right, we've got some team news for you as well. So we're going to hand over to one of our new commentators. A very good evening to Dale Brooks. What's the news? What's the big team news? Does Troy Deeney start for the Blues tonight?
He doesn't. No, in fact, good evening, JB, and to everybody listening at home on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel for tonight's EFL Championship fixture at the St Andrews Trillion Trophy Stadium between Birmingham City and Derby County. Birmingham City fans, I'm sure you've been itching for this game, not only because there's a full crowd of season ticket holders there tonight, of course, but also for the homecoming of one of their own, Troy Deeney. Well, I'll give you the team news in just a couple of moments. Lee Bowyer's side will, of course, be looking to continue their good start to the season, having picked up 8 points from 5 games. In fact, a win tonight could see them jump as high as third, depending on the results. Meanwhile, tonight's visitors, Derby County, well, they're still suffering from a pre-season hangover, which saw an exodus of players leave. But despite Wayne Rooney having to top up his squad with 3 free transfers and academy players, the Rams have made an encouraging start, picking up 6 points from their opening 5 matches. And with a possible points deduction still lingering, of course, let's not forget, every point is precious to this football club at the moment. So, on to team news, JB. As you said, Troy Deeney does not start for Birmingham City. He is on the bench. So, bit of a surprise, but there you go, Birmingham City fans. Troy Deeney, he's here, but he's on the bench. He doesn't start. Wayne Rooney, of course, he's been forced into a couple of changes as well, which I'll go into. But first of all, let's start with the home side, Birmingham City. We're looking at the formation. It looks like they're going to line up as a 4-3-3. So in goal, it's Matthias Sakic. And then across the back from right to left, you've got Maxim Collin, Mark Roberts, Harley Dean, the captain, and Christian Pedersen. And then in the 3 in the middle, you've got Jeremy Bella, Ivan Sunic, and Ryan Woods. And then up front, it looks like, Ryan Woods, and then Tahit Chung on the left-hand side. And then up front, you've got Lukas Jukovic and Scott Hogan. That's how we think Birmingham will line up. But Lee Bowyer has been unpredictable this year with his formations. So it could be a 4-3-3, could be a 3-4-3. I've been told it could be anything. So it's a case of trying to guess and find out what it is. Derby, however, though, Wayne Rooney's been forced into 2 changes. Craig Forsyth, he's out suspended after his sending off at Forest before the international break. Lee Buchanan comes in for him. The other change sees Sam Baldock return to the starting lineup as well in place of Kamil Jeziek after playing for Poland against England. So he was unavailable after that. And in fact, Baldock scored the only goal in Derby's only victory this season away at Hull. But there is good news for Derby fans as well. Jason Knight returns to the bench after his injury in pre-season. So a big boost for Derby County. So, we're almost ready to go. The players are in the tunnel. JB, they're almost ready to come out. Just in Troy Deeney, here he goes. He's out of the tunnel. He's looking ship and shape, ready to go. Of course, he's on the bench this evening. But we're ready, and the rain has stopped, thankfully. That's something I can tell you. So great news about that. We'll have
absolutely, and absolutely, and I've just seen there's quite a number of empty seats there, as I can see, but the atmosphere, I'm sure, will be superb, as As Dale quite rightly says, Birmingham with a win tonight, or a good significant win, could move up into the playoff places, potentially third. But they certainly are my dark horses for playoffs or possible promotion. They haven't been in the Premier League. It's been a turbulent sort of 12 years at Birmingham. Of course, it's a succession of managers that have come and go. Wrong decisions. Second Gary Rowett when the team was seventh a few years ago. But they are certainly there. There's Troy Deeney there running towards the bench, and he's getting a nice reception from that main stand at St Andrews this evening. A true Bruno's, and he would love to get a second promotion. He's in signing Deeney, even at 33 years of age. He's certainly got the nous to get a team back into the Premier League, having done that with Watford back in 2016. The atmosphere is building now, as it always is, with the ELO song Mr. Blue Skies. It always has been on match days at Birmingham City. Of course, Jeff Lynne, the lead singer of ELO, a big Birmingham City fan. So too is Jasper Carrot as well. But Wayne Rooney's side having to sort out a match accidents of players. Well, 6 points, as Dale quite rightly says, is an encouraging start, but with that points deduction, they need to pick up every point to them is crucial. So, what a chance now for these two sides to make inroads in the Championship table. Derby to pull away from the relegation zone, and Birmingham, with a big win tonight, could move up to third. Troy Deeney on the bench, and I'll be back again at half-time to talk you through my verdicts of the first half, and of course, bring you up to date what's going to be coming up on the TCO during half-time as Wayne Rooney makes his way out onto the field. So let's hand over to our brand new commentator. A very good evening once again to Dale Brooks. Dale, it's all yours.
Yes, thank you very much, JB. Yeah, so I didn't mention the Derby lineup, of course, so I'll just quickly run through that as well. In goal for Derby is Keller Roos. Cross from right to left, Nathan Byrne, Phil Jagielka, Curtis Davis and Lee Buchanan. In the midfield, it's Max Bird, Graham Shinney, Tom Lawrence, Ravel Morrison, who of course had a spell here not so long ago, and Lewis Sibley. And up front is Sam Baldock. So that's the Derby team. I'll run through the Blues team once again. It looks like they're going 3-4-3. So it's Matthias Sarkic in goal. And then it's Mark Roberts, Harley Dean and Christian Pedersen who make up the three at the back. The four in the middle, it looks like it's Maxim Collin, Ivan Sunic, Ryan Woods and Tahit Chong, the man on loan from Manchester United. And then up front, it's Lucas Jukovic and Scott Hogan. And Jeremy Bella, should I say. So it's looking like that anyway here. And the teams are out here at St Andrews. I have to say, I still can't used to saying St Andrews Trillion Trophy Stadium. It's much too long to be able to say that. The referee is Gavin Ward today, and he actually oversaw Derby's 2-0 win over Swansea last season. So they'll be hoping that he will be a good luck charm. He's officiated by Andrew Fox and Craig Taylor, and Thomas Brummel is the fourth official. So we're almost ready to go. Birmingham doing a really close huddle inside the centre circle. They're up for this. And, well, it's going to be interesting to see. Can Birmingham get their first home win of the season? They're not off the mark yet. They're off the mark away from home, but not at St Andrews. And, of course, it's in front of, well, shall we say, it's not quite a full capacity due to the one stand still being closed, but it's a lot better. And for the season ticket holders, of course, today who have been there, they will surely make the most of this. As the referee is just blowing his whistle and getting everybody ready. We are almost ready to rock here at St Andrews. Birmingham City against Derby County then here in the EFL Championship. And you are listening to us on the commentary hub. So here we go then. Derby are going to kick us off. And Derby kicking from right to left. They're in their white shirts, black shorts, white socks. Birmingham in their blue shirts, white shorts, blue socks. And we are underway here at St Andrews. And I have to say, the rain has stopped. So it's looking very dry. The pitch is looking good. And let's hope we're in for a really good game here. As Birmingham will have a throw. And up it goes. Jukovic was trying to flick it on. And now it's picked up in the middle of the park. And in fact, the referee is giving a free kick straight away to Derby County, which Graham Shinney looks like he'll take inside his own half. Wayne Rooney, 40 games, won 12, drawn 11, lost 17, got a win percentage of 30%. So make of that what you can. Derby fans still seem like they're happy with him, which is good to see. The Manchester United legend, of course. And here are Derby now, just on the centre circle. And here is Ravel Morrison. Looks like he's going to switch the ball out to the right-hand side. Byrne tries to flick it on. Good header away by Pedersen for Birmingham. Goes back to Pedersen and now out to the left-hand side to Bella. And he finds, just on the centre circle, Hogan. And it goes out for a throw to Birmingham inside their own half. So you are listening to the alternative commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. And we've just had just under 2 minutes 2 minutes gone here at St Andrews. Birmingham City 0, Derby County 0. And the home side have a throw just on the halfway line down the left-hand side. Long one it is as well. Thought Mark Roberts might go over and take that, but he didn't. But Blues have another one. He's well known for those throw-ins, Mark Roberts. And in fact, here he comes now. He's going to launch one in by the looks of it. And there's Lee Bowyer giving instructions to his players. And so far, so good for Birmingham. They really have started the season well for the campaign. Of course, doing well so far. And it's a throw-in by Mark Roberts into the box. It's a good header away by Curtis Davis. And Blues will pick it up, though, down the left-hand side. He's Maxim Collin. Under a bit of pressure, in the end, has to go back to his goalkeeper. Sarkic, Matija Sarkic, takes one touch and he's going to launch this forward over the halfway line. By the looks of it, looks like a diagonal. Jukovic was trying to get a flick to it. He does get it. And in fact, I think he's going to be given a handball, I think, there. So it came off Jukovic's hand and Derby have a free kick, which they've taken quickly. But Birmingham City, well, haven't beaten Derby, would you believe it, since March 2013. That is the last time they've actually got a result against Derby County on this ground. It was a 3-1 win, and I'll tell you what, I'm going back so long ago. Nathan Redmond was on the score sheet that day. So it really does take you back. Talking about bogey sides, then that is certainly one for Birmingham. That has to be said. As Derby were looking for a free kick there. Not sure if the referee has given it the other way. Ravel Morrison was looking for it. As mentioned, he had a spell, of course, at Birmingham City. On loan from Manchester United at the time. And would you believe it's the 12th club of his career. He's had a few clubs, hasn't he, Ravel Morrison? As here Derby have it now at the back, and Byrne with the outside of the right boot scoops it forward. Well, Mark Robertson for Birmingham. He's under pressure there. He had to be careful, and he was. And here's Sunic. Finds Collin now down this right touchline. As Blues looks to build. And is that a foul on Jukovic? No. Well, he was looking for it, but he didn't get it. Here's Mark Roberts again. Has to go back to the Blues goalkeeper, Matija Sarkic. He's on loan from Wolves, brought in as cover for Neil Etheridge, Matija Sarkic. And looked like there might have been a foul on Jukovic again there, just on the edge of the box. But once again, the referee having none of that, Gavin Ward. As Derby look to build play and be a bit more patient now. They're just trying to keep their foot on the ball. And here's Morrison. Has to go back. Now it's picked up by the number 8, Max Bird, out to the left. This is good play by Derby. Inside the penalty area. Bulldogs trying to keep it. He does. Gets it out to Buchanan. Cannon in the middle. This is good play by Derby. He's pulled up now inside the 6-yard box down the left. He can't quite play it in. Real opportunity for Derby there, but Blues did well to close him out. And here Derby have it on the edge of the box once again. Lovely football. This is shot comes in. Oh, and a comfortable save in the end for Sarkic. He had to get down well there low, and he did. But Derby with some lovely little fancy football on the edge of the box. And it was Ravel Morrison who played it in, and then Tom Lawrence, the man who's been a nemesis before for Birmingham, with the shot, but it's a comfortable save in the end for Sarkic. He'll be relieved by that, but Derby have started well here at St Andrews. 5 minutes gone. Birmingham City 0, Derby County 0 in this championship fixture. If you have just joined us, you are listening to Alternative Commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. As Derby have it at the back now. Bird goes back to Davis. Oh, he's almost in a mess there, Derby. I don't know quite what they were now. Just trying to overplay it, really. And in the end, Birmingham have a throw down this left-hand side. And it's going to be, is it going to be another Mark Roberts special? Yes, it is. It looks like it is. The 6'4" presence, of course. You'd normally feel he's in the box, but he has a throw on him. And he's certainly going to, he's using the towel. A bit like West Bromwich Albion's Darnell Furlong. But the towel is used on the ball, and Roberts is going to take the throw then. It's going to be, it's a short one this time. Is Colin going to play it back to him? Yes, he does. Plays it back to Roberts. Roberts has got a chance of a delivery. Curls it in right-footed. Decent one as well. The goalkeeper's come for it. Falls for Chong on the edge of the box, trying to get it on his left foot. He does. Lovely cross to the back post. Oh, and he just couldn't quite keep it in there. And I think it was it Jukovic, I think? No, it was Roberts, in fact, Mark Roberts. I told you, didn't I? The 6'4" man. He's got a presence. And he was sneaking in at the back post there, but it just evaded his head. And it goes out for a Derby goal kick. And, well, that was an opportunity there for Birmingham. It was a lovely play by Chong. As I said, the man on loan from Manchester United, he did really well to float a left-footed cross towards the back post, but in the end it was just too high for Mark Roberts, and it went out for a goal kick. As Derby's keeper Keller Roos has it now. Derby play out from the back. Rooney certainly likes his teams to do that, and Morrison's dropping ever so deep, considering he was supposed to be the number 10 with Graham Shinney and Max Bird protecting, but he seems to be playing a little bit deeper here. So we'll see more of that. Bird is more over to the left-hand side. And here he is now, Max Bird for Derby. Has to go back to Curtis Davis. Another former Birmingham City player, of course, Curtis Davis. 36 years of age now. Birmingham fans know him very well, though, from his 2-year stint at the club. And, of course, he was almost an FA Cup winner as well, wasn't he, for Hull City back in 2014. But they blew a 2-0 lead against Arsenal. Still good experience, though. Still a well-noused centre-back. As here's another well-noused centre-back, Jagielka, but he's given it away there. And Jukovic was trying to get hold of it, but he couldn't. And Derby will now pick it up. And again, it's patient passing from Derby as they look to build. Davis back to Jagielka, the stalwart, of course. 12 seasons with Everton. Sheffield United, of course, he was there as well. Here's Chonga, picks it up for Birmingham, just inside the centre circle. Was he fouled? Referee says no. He's played the advantage as Birmingham build. Here's Pedersen. And Pedersen goes back to Harley Dean, the Birmingham captain. Back to Roberts, back to Dean, as Blues now look to gain a bit of possession and try and find a way into this game. Colin plays it back. We've had just under 10 minutes here. If you've just joined us on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel, it's Birmingham City 0, Derby County 0. And just the only one real opportunity so far, which Tom Lawrence tested Sarkic in the Birmingham goal. But Blues might have other ideas here. Jukovic, the space on the left foot, clips it in with the right foot. Header from Jukovic. He couldn't quite get on it. It was Bella that tried to cross it in the end. And Derby hack it away. And now they're going for the long ball. Is Baldock going to get there? No, he's not. Not going to win the race as Sarkic boots it away. But Birmingham just trying to get their way back into the game a little bit now. And once again, it's that man Chong who seems to be involved in everything. He made 2 assists in Birmingham's 5-0 win over Luton. He's making his 5th appearance tonight, and he's actually played Champions League football as well for Manchester United. So you can certainly see he's got a touch of class about him, and that's no disrespect to Birmingham, of course. As here come Derby now, just building once again from the back, not really moving the ball forward, just sideways and backwards passing at the moment as Morrison goes back. Now in the end, they're forced to go back to Keller Roos in the Derby goal. As Derby come forward again, Chong looks to nick it away from Bird. Will he get the tackle? And Lawrence, they're both battling away there down the left-hand flank. And in the end, he's Buchanan. Cuts in well. Supports. He's Morrison, who has to go back once again. And he was looking for the free kick. Never really going to get it from the challenge of Ryan Woods. And Derby have to go back once again to their goalkeeper. And here's Bird, who's dropping deep, as I've said before. He seems to be everywhere, Max Bird. He's a graduate of the Derby Academy. He's Max Bird. And quite a few of those, it has to be said, in this Wayne Rooney team. And Derby almost made a mess of it there at the back. Birmingham were closing down well. In the end, it's a free kick. But great closing down there from Scott Hogan. He put Jagielka under some real pressure. And I bet Birmingham have been told to do that, because Derby's centre-backs, of course, with Curtis Davis 36 and Jagielka 39. I mean, that's some that's some age of pairing at the back. Certainly not much pace between them. Although Curtis Davis did have a bit of pace in his day. Just slowed down a little bit. Had a lot of injury trouble, though, Curtis Davis. And I think that's probably suffered in his career in the end. Does Blues have a chance here today? Hogan was looking to get on the flick on from Jukovic there, but it's into the arms of Kellaroos in the Derby goal. And we've had 12 minutes gone here. It is Birmingham City 0, Derby County 0. As Derby look to come forward again with Morrison now towards the centre circle. He's got a bit of space. He's over the halfway line, Morrison. He finds Byrne down the right-hand side. It's good play from Derby. Can they get across in? Pedersen under pressure. I think Dean will get rid of it, will he? No, Pedersen will. And Birmingham under pressure once again. There's Bella. He's giving it away, though, as Morrison picks it up for Derby. Back into Sibley now, down the right. Trying to win the foul. Has he got it? No, he hasn't. It's a corner to Derby, though. We've got the first corner of the game. And it goes to the visitors. Sibley, great work from him there down the left-hand side. Did well, it has to be said. And Dean was trying to nick the ball away from him. Woods was trying to nick the ball away from him, but could only concede a corner. So it is a corner for Derby. And it looks like it's going to be taken, or it's going to be an in-swinger. In it goes. Goalkeeper's going to get that all day, though. Sarkic collects really comfortably for Birmingham. No problem whatsoever. I think it was a poor delivery from Buchanan in the end, but well caught by Sarkic in the Birmingham goal. As Sarkic will clear it long now over the halfway line. And today's Player of the Match sponsor on the hub is sponsored by Commentary Services. As Chong looks to motor his way through the Derby defence there. He's Sunage. Now Birmingham have it down the right-hand side. Level with the penalty. He's Colin trying to take on his man. Gets the deep cross in. Jukovic is up there. He can't quite get a header. And Derby managed to clear it. But it falls for Bella down the left-hand flank now. Looking to put a delivery in. Will he get support? Yes, he will. Blues trying to build on the edge of the box. Now, in fact, they're forced back. But they find Mark Roberts. Roberts into the feet of Ryan Woods. Woods is telling his players to make a move. Nobody moving this time. Now Chong does move, though, in those fluorescent yellow boots. Gets Colin, but it goes out for a throw. And in the end, Derby just snuffled them out, really. They just couldn't find a way through Birmingham. And it was good play by Derby in the end to do that. And now the East Midlands side can build their way through again. And Commentary Services would also like to thank our broadcast partners for this season, JDAC Football, JB Sports and Storm FM. And of course, the official streaming partner for this season as well, which is Melon. You can visit their website, www.melonapp.com. As here's Bird for Derby now. And once again, Derby over the halfway line with Sibley. It's a good little ball. Finds Byrne now, the former Wigan man, trying to take on. But he's got an overlap, and Sibley's made a great overlap down this right. Lovely cross in, but in the end, It was high and it was comfortable and well caught by Birmingham goalkeeper Sarkic. But good little play by Derby there. They're causing some problem down that right-hand flank. As Byrne and Sibley linking up well there down that right. But a good catch in the end. As the long clearance from Sarkic tried to reach Jukovic. He could only flick it on. And here's Sibley again for Derby, deep in his own half. But tried to keep the ball in. And in the end, he can only concede a throw-in. We've reached the quarter of an hour mark. Birmingham City 0, Derby County 0. Not really much to talk about at this moment in time as chances. Tom Lawrence had the best opportunity when he tested Sarkic with a low drive. But that could change as Derby were under pressure there. And in the end, Davis had to clear it out for a throw-in. And it's boiling up here. The Blues fans really getting behind their team there. As Colin wins the throw, and Birmingham have it deep inside their own half. Bowyer's really giving it some in the technical line. He wants his players to attack and be on that front foot. And so far, we haven't seen too much of it, but that could change as Mark Roberts has got a throw. It's level with the penalty area. It's down the right-hand side. It's in front of the Jill Merrick. He's going to throw this in, is Mark Roberts. A launched one it is. Goalkeeper comes for it, has to punch it in the end, and it's a good job he got a fist on it there. Did well, Kellaroos. But Chonga's done really well. He's recycled it back for Birmingham, racing forward, but a great challenge from Byrne. He managed to get it off Chong, and Derby now are trying to build a counter-attack down this right-hand side. He's Morrison. They've got players over here. Morrison, he's got a bit of space, you know, towards the edge of the area. He might fancy something. Plays it into Byrne. Oh, it's just too long for him. And in the end, the ball rolls out for a... Did it come off a Birmingham play? You know, I think it did. And it's a corner to Derby County. It's the second of the game. So we're just seeing this again on the replay. But lovely play. And Birmingham were caught cold there. Morrison towards goal. Played in Byrne. And, well, I'm just trying to see whether he has given a corner. He has. And it's a corner to Derby then. Byrne will take it with this right foot. It's going to be an outswinger, this one. In it goes. Good header away by Roberts, but it comes back to Byrne in exactly the same place, more or less. Turns inside. Oh, he's done well, Byrne. Inside the box. Pulls it low. It's cleared away, though, by Woods. And it falls to the feet of Jukovic, who hacks it away for Birmingham. But Derby tried to pick it up. And in the end, Blues, and that will be a free kick. And that just stems play a little bit now. For, well, it was Bella, I think, who cleared it. Let's just have another look at that. And it looks like Bella, in fact, he fouled the Derby man. Number 26, Lee Buchanan. So it's a free kick, but it's taken quickly. And Derby now have it inside the centre circle. And Blues, they do press when they want. It looks like it's Chong, who's more or less in the decoy in the middle. And then Jukovic on the right and Hogan on the left. That's how it looks to me. How Birmingham are playing. And now Ravel Morrison has moved over to this left-hand side. Not sure if that's a temporary arrangement. We'll keep our eye on that one. Here is Morrison again. And Derby building again. Here's Buchanan. Lovely ball inside. Here's Tom Lawrence now towards the penalty area. Plays in Sibley. Was it a challenge? Yeah, fair challenge, says the referee. Roberts got the tackle. Birmingham come away with the ball. And now it'll find Jukovic, who's deep inside his own half. Now he plays Colin. And Colin has to go back. Woods, well, Woods is too close to Colin. And in the end, he has to find Roberts. Roberts will find the captain, Harley Dean. One of Harry Redknapp's final signings back in 27, Harley Dean. Just shy of 200 appearances for Brentford. He's not far from making that for Blues here. And it has to be said, he's had a bit of a sticky situation. He's been up and down with the Birmingham fans. I think he won the Player of the Season and then a couple of seasons ago, didn't have a great campaign, but he seems to have restored his faith now with the Birmingham supporters. And, of course, he's skippering the side. So, 20 minutes gone here at St Andrews, Trillion Trophy Stadium. I'll just say St Andrews. I think it's a lot shorter. Birmingham City 0, Derby County 0. But that can change. Bulldogs in here, is he? Inside the penalty area, holding the ball up. And I think the flag's gone up. And it is offside. So Birmingham have a reprieve. And it was a ball over the top. Basically a scooping ball from Max Bird over the top. Looping. It went over the Birmingham defence, but Baldock was just offside. There wasn't much in it, though. And Harley Dean will be happy that his troops moved up in time. As the ball goes out for a throw-in to Derby County. It's deep inside their own half. And you can, of course, follow us on Twitter if you don't already. And you can follow us on @CommentaryLive1. And you can also like our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Commentary Hub. So get liking and also get yourself on Twitter as well. So Wayne Rooney just having a word with his right-hand assistant. And I don't know whether he seems too impressed with what's going on there, to be honest. But linesman's flagging again there, and that will be, I think, a free kick to Derby. So Birmingham 0, Derby 0. We've had 22 minutes on the clock. And here are Derby now, just inside their own penalty area, as Curtis Davies will go back to Roos in his goal, and he'll clear that long. And it'll go out for a throw-in now to Birmingham. So not really much happening at the moment. So I'll bring you up to speed with. We've got a couple of League Two scores tonight. So at the moment, the game's kicked off a little bit earlier. So it was Barrow 1, Colchester United 2. 40 minutes gone in that, and 39 minutes gone in the Harrogate-Newport County game. It's Harrogate 1, Newport County 2. So we'll keep you up to date on those scores. And Birmingham City, fewest goals conceded this season, and he conceded the 3 goals so far. And that's what Lee Bowyer bases his teams on, clean sheets. That's what he did at Charlton, and that's what he's trying to do at Birmingham. Build from the back, but also try and attack when they can. And that's exactly what they're doing at the moment, as Hogan tries to get the better of Curtis Davies, but he can't. But he's got it by the corner flag down the right-hand side. Davies gets it clear, and in the end, Buchanan has to hack it clear for Derby. And it'll go all the way back to the Birmingham goalkeeper, Matthias Sakic, on loan from Wolves. He actually made his Montenegro debut last weekend against Holland. So first appearance for them. So he's certainly making a name for himself since coming here. Of course, he's cover for Neil Etheridge, who is still out injured at the moment, the former Cardiff shot stopper. And in fact, there's going to be the first booking of the game here. It's Graham Shinney, as he's just gone into the back of Chong. Oh, just pulling him round his waist, really. Deliberate and quite blatant. So Birmingham have a free kick. And it's a chance to get that ball into the penalty area. What they can do here. As Graham Shinney, number 1 booking. So, free kick to Blues then. Level with the penalty area. Down the right-hand side, it's going to be Jeremy Bella to take with that right foot. They've got the big men in there. You've got Jukovic. You've got Mark Roberts. Chong's waiting on the edge of the 6-yard area. Where will this go? Can Bella deliver? He can towards the back post. Oh, again, the Blues players. It was waiting for somebody to get a header on the end of it. But in the end, it could only be headed away and out. And in fact, I think the linesman's flag's gone up, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. Bowyer frustrated by that as Bella put it in, and close, you know. It's very, very tight, and I'm not sure if he's offside there. I'm really not sure. And Bowyer certainly didn't seem sure. But it wouldn't have counted anyway had a Birmingham player met it with, or got the ball into the back of the net. But we've had 25 minutes gone here. Still goalless at St Andrews. If you've just joined us and you are listening to us on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel and you want to get involved, then of course drop us a tweet at the Commentary Hub. At Commentary Live 1. And of course, you can like our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Commentary Hub. As Derby now have it inside their own half. Here's Lawrence, has to go back to Davis. Davis is looking for a player at the moment. Now he finds Bird down this left-hand flank. It's cut out well by Woods, though. Well done, Ryan Woods there. He did really well to get a challenge and knock it back to the keeper. So if you have just joined us there, Ryan Woods, the former Brentford player, and he's one of 4 players in this Birmingham side that has come from Brentford, ex-Brentford players. He lost his way a little bit at Stoke after signing for them and following the Potters' relegation, but following 2 successful loan spells at Millwall and Gary Rowett being the manager, of course, because it was Rowett who brought him to Stoke. He actually brought him to Millwall as well. He's picked up his game, and that's exactly why Lee Bowyer has snapped him up in the summer. Tigerish midfielder. As Derby have a throw then inside their own half. Buchanan will take it into Bird. Giving it away though. Blues pick up possession now. Deep inside the Derby half is Sunic. Birmingham's record signing, Ivan Sunic. Signed for a region of 6 million from Dynamo Zagreb in the summer of 2019. It was originally Jota who was the record signing, but he actually took the mantle from Jota. So Derby have it then inside their own half, and Bird almost gave it away, and they've got to be so careful. Oh, Roos has made a fluff of that kick in the Derby goal, and Colin comes forward for Blues now. This is good play from Birmingham. As Sunic over to the left, looking for Bella. Can't quite get there though. The pass from Sunic was too short, and in the end, Burn slides in for Derby, and it goes out for a throw-in. And I think Burn might have even won the throw, because I think it came off a Birmingham player last. As he picks up the ball. Let's just have another look at that. Yes, he did. It was good play from Burn. He slid in, and the ball ricocheted back off Bella and went out for a Derby throw. And forward it goes. Derby trying to move the ball forward, but not really succeeding at the moment. And the last time these two sides met, it was a 4-0 win for Derby in December. That was the last meeting. So Wayne Rooney would have been hoping for a similar scoreline this evening, but there's been not a lot of goal action so far in this game. So I can't see 4 goals being scored at the moment, but you never know. Football's a funny game, isn't it? As Byrne picks it up for Derby. Now, was there a foul there? There wasn't. It looked like Chong went in late on Byrne there, down the right-hand side, as he tried to pick up the ball, but the referee has ignored that. And Gary Ward, he's let the play go on as Birmingham now come forward down the left-hand side. Bella, he's got an overlap here for Jukovic. Clips it in with the left foot, but was never really going to find anyone. And in the end, it deflects off a Derby player. I think it was Jaggy Elkat, and goes out for a Birmingham City throw. And Derby have got a cluster of matches. They've Wayne Rooney was saying they've got a real mountain of fixtures. 6 games in the next 23 days. So they really have got. But that's all about the Championship, isn't it? Saturday midweek. That's what it's all about. And well, that's what they've got, but it's a throw into Birmingham. Roberts will launch it in. In it goes. Dean gets the flick. Chance here. Oh, and it's headed wide by Hogan. He gets the last touch and he can only nod the ball wide. What an opportunity for Birmingham. The best chance of the game for Blues. There's no doubt about it. As Mark Roberts thrown one of those missile throws, Harley Dean got a flick onto it. And it was just veering towards the back post. And just as Hogan, he does get his header on it, but he can't quite guide it past Roos in the Derby goal, and it goes wide of the far post. And Derby can breathe a sigh of relief. Oh, and just as I say that, I told you they've got to be careful with these short passes to the goalkeeper. Once again, Birmingham almost caught them out there. But luckily, Roos was alert and cleared the danger. Yeah, I think it was Jagielka who almost got caught napping there. And they've done it again. Chance here for Blues. Oh, great save from the goalkeeper. Can Jukovic puts it back in? Chance here, and it's a goal. And Birmingham has scored. And it's Scott Hogan who gets the touch. Well, Derby, I've been saying it for the last few minutes. They keep making a mess with these back passes. They have to be so careful with passing the ball out from the back. And once again, it's come to haunt them. A mistake which Jukovic profited. Roos did well. He saved the first effort from Jukovic, but Jukovic flicked it back towards the back post. And there was Hogan to prod the ball home. And Birmingham City have taken the lead. Let's just see. It was a mistake from the young kid Buchanan. Jukovic's effort was blocked. He then put the ball across with his left foot. And there was Hogan inside the 6-yard box. Johnny on the spot to put the ball into the back of the net. And Blues take the lead here in this West Midlands v East Midlands fixture. And, well, poor Buchanan will be looking at that all over again. He knows that it should have been a clearance, and instead he went back to the goalkeeper. A mistake. Troy Deeney giving the Blues fans an applause. He's delighted with that. And Birmingham take the lead here. 31 minutes gone. And Scott Hogan, well, he's on the score sheet. Got 2 at Luton. He's got another one this evening. So he will be delighted. And Villa fans will know all about Scott Hogan. As of course, Birmingham prized him from their neighbours, the 29-year-old. And he's doing the business. He's done it once again. So, well, it's going to be an interesting to see how Derby react from this now. As mentioned, although they've got a couple of stalwarts, they've got a lot of young players as well in this squad. And Lee Buchanan, defender, he's only played a handful of times for the England under-21s. He's only made a couple of appearances for the first team. And, well, that was a mistake. And Birmingham profited from it. And they are in front in this game. If you've just joined us on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel, it's Birmingham City 1, Derby County 0. Scott Hogan is the man who gets on the score sheet. And there hadn't really been much going on in this game, but then all of a sudden, Hogan has changed all of that. And Birmingham lead by 1-0 in this fixture. And Wayne Rooney will, well, he'll be absolutely devastated by that. And as I say, had been coming from the case Derby were playing these short passes back, and that is the way Rooney plays. But of course, you can always get caught out. You look at the teams like Man City, Liverpool; they all do make mistakes. Not obviously a lot rarer, and Derby have unfortunately made that mistake, and Birmingham have made the most of it. And here's Chong now coming forward for Blues. They've got a bit of confidence now going forward. Chong looking to take on Davis. Great tackle from the ex-Blues man, though. And Derby will come forward now on the counter. Here's Nathan Byrne. Maraudering forward down this right-hand side. He stops. He looks for support. And he'll play it back to Morrison. Morrison will play it back to Jagielka, who just puts his foot on the ball and showing a bit of patience. I think the referee's looking for something. There's a bit of afters there between Ryan Woods and Ravel Morrison. Interesting to see what happened there, but the referee's pulled something back. I think he's going to make, I don't know whether he's going to book anybody here. He's telling the players to walk away. Harley Dean, the Blues captain, he's up there. Morrison's there. Woods is there. I think he's just going to give them a ticking off. Is he Gavin Ward? Well, he's certainly having words with them. 10 minutes before the break, Birmingham City 1, Derby County 0. And good decision, really, I think, from Gavin Ward. I think, although Woods went into the back, he actually went into the back of Morrison. And then there was a bit of afters, bit of just putting heads together. Nothing malicious, really, there. And I think the referee's fair. I think he's Ryan Woods maybe could have got a booking for pushing the defender over. And that's a lovely tribute for their Birmingham's former player, Sam Algie. They're doing a minute's applause, which is fantastic to see. Of course, the Samoji, the former Birmingham player, passed away just a few weeks ago. And it's a nice little tribute for the former Birmingham man, as Mark Roberts will clear it forward now for Birmingham, down the right-hand channel, looking for Jukovic. And in the end, it's well played by Davies, goes back to the goalkeeper. But once again, Derby making a mess. And Chong has it inside the penalty area, down the right-hand side, needs support, gets it from Roberts. Roberts is going to clip it in with that right boot. Jukovic is trying to flick it on. He's trying to do everything he can on the edge of the box. Eventually, Derby hacking away. But once again, they were messing around with the ball at the back, and they've got to be so careful. They've already conceded a goal because of it. They can't keep doing it this way. Rooney needs to have a word with them about that, I think. Here's Harley Dean for Birmingham. Goes for the diagonal, looking for Bella over the top, but that's a good header away from Byrne, as Derby will pick up the pieces now down this right-hand side. And in fact, they will win themselves a free kick as well. Commentary Services would like to thank our official streaming partner for this season, Melon. You can visit their website, www.melonapp.com. As if you've just joined us and you are listening to us here, then a very welcome to you. It's Birmingham City 1, Derby County 0. If you've missed it, Scott Hogan on the score sheet for the home side. Oh, and Derby have made another mess of it. This time it's Reese, a great lob. Oh, and it's just over the bar from 35 yards out there. Birmingham almost catching Derby napping. Roos had the ball on just outside his penalty area, passed it straight to Hogan, and he executed it right-footed, but the ball loops over the bar. Oh, wow, how Derby have had warning after warning, and they were so close to conceding again. But Hogan didn't get his connection right, and the ball sailed over the crossbar. But they can count themselves lucky in this last quarter of an hour, Derby. The mistakes they're making at the back. And you can see that Rooney has got a little bit of a worried face on him there. He's not looking too impressed. He might need to, the gums going in, just like his former boss, Alex Ferguson. Got something to chew on at half-time, maybe, Wayne Rooney. As Birmingham have a throw, we've just approaching 8 minutes before the break here. It's Birmingham City 1, Derby County 0. And here is Sarkic for Birmingham, who clears it long. Goes out for a throw-in to the home side. Roberts will take it down this right-hand side, just over the halfway. And it looks like Buchanan's looked like he was having a bit of trouble with his knee there. He seemed to be kneeling down. He seems okay now. Is he walking it off? It looks like he is. Or is he? Oh, I don't know whether he's struggling there. We'll keep an eye on that. But Birmingham have a chance to throw one of those missile throw-ins in. Mark Roberts, the towel is on the ball. It's a good 40 yards out down this right-hand side. But it's a chance to launch this ball into the penalty area. And Bowyer knows he can reach the players from here. In it goes, the missile, looking to... Pedersen was looking to flick it on. He didn't get there. And now Derby might be on the counter-attack. Oh, they are, and Chong and Roberts do well to snuffle out Sibley. He was going at some pace there for Derby on the counter. And in the end, Chong and Roberts got back well and snuffled the Derby man out. Lewis Sibley, he's only 19 years of age, Lewis Sibley. Scored his first in the League Cup against Sheffield United recently. And he's another young player who's broke through the academy here. But he was on the score sheet back in July last year in Derby's 3-1 win. We've got 5 minutes to go until the break. And it's the home side that lead by a goal to 0. Wayne Rooney once again, arms folded. He's got a lot to talk about at half-time. And Derby actually started quite well, but despite Tom Lawrence's shot, really, they haven't managed to cause a problem. And it's been Birmingham on the ascendancy for the latter part of this second half, especially with Derby and the pressing from Birmingham now. You can see they really are. There's 4 of them now. You've got Woods, Jukovic, and once again they win the ball back, but it goes into the arms of Roos in the Derby goal. But Hogan, Jukovic, Woods, they all press so high on Jagielka and Davis. They've obviously been told to do that. As Jagielka will come away with the ball now into Bird. Bird will clip it forward with that left foot. That's good play by Derby. And once again, he's had a foul on Baldock. Well, he was looking for it, but once again, it's not given. And Sarkic will have it in the Birmingham goal. Plays it out to Roberts down this right-hand side, who hoists it long, a diagonal towards Bella on this left-hand flank. Takes a beautiful touch, does Bella. Now looking to take on his counterpart, Byrne, but instead goes back to Woods. Woods will find Harley Dean. Dean into, I think it was Bella, was it? No, it's intercepted. Collins, sorry, but it was took off his feet anyway, and he's Bird. And Derby now look to break, and once again, Lawrence gives it away for Derby, and Jukovic has got it for Blues now. Plays it into Bella down this left-hand side. This is where the danger is. Bella takes it, puts it on his right foot. Good cross. Oh, and again, there's no Birmingham players again on the end of it. It was asking for a cross, and I'm not sure if Davis got a touch to it, and put it out for a corner. It looks like he might have done. But Bella, when he's down that left-hand side, he really causes some problems with his right foot. He can come in and put those delightful crosses with his right foot, and that's exactly what he did there. And it was into the danger area, but Davis got a header on it and put it behind for a corner. It's Birmingham's first corner of the match, and it will be Tahit Chong to take the corner from this right-hand side in front of the Jill Merrick stand, hosted by Derby and Birmingham supporters. And it goes towards the back post. Oh, and I thought for a minute it might have sneaked in there, but in the end, Roberts couldn't guide his header back, and it could only go out for a goal kick. But, 3 minutes to go until the break. If you are just tuning into us, then I have to say you haven't missed too much. It's been one of those games where it's took a while to get into. But it is Birmingham City 1, Derby County 0. And Hogan, the goal scorer. As Davis hacks it away for Derby. Once again, it's up in the air. Woods tries to win it, but can't quite get there. Now Pedersen will loop it forward, looking for Chong down the left-hand side. And once again, he's been a tricky customer this evening when he's got the ball to hit Chong. With his left and right foot, likes to take players on and likes to mix it as well. And poor old Buchanan, well, of course, he'll be disappointed with what's happened there. But Derby can still be encouraged because the first 15 to 20 minutes, they played some nice football and of course, had the first real opportunity. But it wasn't to be. And it's Birmingham that lead by a goal to 0. Birmingham, of course, 8th at the moment on 8 points. Derby 15th, a win that could see Derby go up to 7th. But Birmingham could go up as high as 3rd with a win tonight, depending on the goals. So we've got a minute to go until the break. As Christian Pedersen sees a long throw go out for a goal kick, never really going to cause a problem. Quite surprised Mark Roberts didn't go over and take that, but left it to Pedersen. The left back, of course, and he can play left-sided centre back, and he has been doing that recently for Birmingham City. There was a bit of an issue when Pedersen first joined the club from Union Berlin, when the EFL refused to register him. But they finally pushed the agreement through, and he made his debut at Norwich a couple of days later. As Derby are on the attack now, on the edge of the box, Sibley. And in fact, the referee's pulled it back, and it's a free kick to Derby on the edge of the penalty area. But Louis Sibley, I'm not sure if he's too happy with that, because it was a bit of an advantage there. Tom Lawrence got through 2 Birmingham players about 25 yards out, and it was Pedersen who clipped him. And Sibley got the ball, but I think it's think he's quite okay with that. So it's a free kick to Derby. It's a dangerous position. Birmingham are going to have to be careful with this. It's about 30 yards out looking at that now. And it's more or less centre of the goal. But it's a chance for Tom Lawrence. And he can hit them. He can hit them, the Derby captain. He's been known to do it. He's over the ball with the right foot now. So this would be a massive boost if he could find the target. It's straight at the wall, outside the right boot, as it falls for Burn on the right-hand side. And he's looking for a free kick there. He's never going to get it. And it's a Birmingham throw right by their own corner flag down the left-hand side. So the pressure is reprieved. But Lawrence, really, it was a waste of a free kick. Should have done better there. Should have at least got it over the wall. But he could only smash his free kick at the wall, the Birmingham brick wall, and eventually it was cleared. So we've got 1 minute of injury time here. And Birmingham still lead by a goal to nil. In fact, the referee has blown up. That is the half-time whistle then. The half-time score here at St Andrews. Birmingham 1, Derby 0. Derby started quite well, actually. The first quarter of an hour, 20 minutes, and they created the best opportunity when when Tom Lawrence's shot was saved well low down by the Birmingham keeper Sarkic in the goal. But Blues pushed on, and a few Derby mistakes from at the back was presenting a couple of opportunities. They had a few balls in the box which they couldn't quite get a head on to, but the goal eventually came in the 31st minute. It was a mistake by Lou Buchanan in the Derby defence. He played the ball back to the goalkeeper. It was too short. Jukovic raced onto it. His shot was then saved. It came back to Jukovic. He then put the ball across with his left foot towards the back post. And there was the waiting Hogan to prod the ball into the back of the net from 6 yards out. Other than that, though, there hasn't really been much to talk about. It's been quite quiet, in truth, of chances. But it's Birmingham that lead at the break. And we'll go back to JB now in the studio. You've been listening to the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Birmingham City 1, Derby County 0. Lee Bowyer will be the happier going in at the break.
Absolutely. Thank you very much indeed, Dale. You take a 15-minute break, mate. You've deserved it. You've done very well. Yes, so Birmingham leading. Derby's woes continue. Playing out from the back has been a dangerous play, and it could have bit Derby on the backside, to quote the proverbial proverb, on more than one occasion. But as it happens, just the once, although as Dale pointed out in commentary, they did have that opportunity for Tom Lawrence. Goal scored by Scott Horgan. And of course, there's going to be obviously Troy Deeney will still have to try and find his way to the side, but he was celebrating quite happily on the substitutes bench. Birmingham, as things stand at the moment, are heading towards the playoffs. If they don't get third, they'll certainly be in the playoffs by the end of this year, considering that all the other teams around them will all have to play this weekend. Right, let me keep you up to date. There's been some League Two. There's been some games around the world, all around the world. Of course, there's some. First of all, we'll start with the League Two games. There's two games going on at Barrow and Harrogate. Let me give you the Barrow one. That's just kicked off for the second half. It's Barrow 1, Colchester United 2 in that game. I can tell you the goal scorers in that, actually. We'll tell you the goal scorers in that one. Stevens put Barrow in front after 25 minutes. Then Judge equalised about 10 minutes later. And then Freddie Sears scoring the second Colchester goal 3 minutes later. He also assisted on Judge's equaliser. So that's the score in that one. Harrogate and Newport, that's actually now a half-time. That's now into the second half. We're now into the second half of Harrogate Town and Newport. It's 2-2 in that game, actually. A very good game by the looks of it. Bennett put Newport ahead after 3 minutes. Then Jack Muldoon equalised on 34. 4 minutes later, Wilmot put Newport back in front. But Armstrong, a minute from half-time, added to an assist for Muldoon's first equaliser, got the equalising goal. So 2-2 in that game at the moment in League Two up in Harrogate. Not too far from where I am, actually, just over the border. In World Cup qualifying, the South Americans, that was an earlier kick-off It finished Brazil 2, Peru 0. That was far early in the day. In the Welsh Premier League, we've had 45 minutes at Carnarvon. It's Carnarvon 0, Cavendrews 0. In the Irish Premiership, Glentoran are leading Ballymena United by 2-1. That's coming up to 45 minutes. In Ligue 1 in France, Lorient 1, Lille 1. That's a half-time score. In the Belgian First Division, Bruges 1, Ostend 0. They're into the second half of that game. In the Danish Premier League, we've got 2 games going on. We've got a full-time score. Midland 2, Northland 0, and Bromley 1, Stiltborg 1. That's now into stoppage time at the end of the second half. And in the MLS tonight, there's a game between Atlanta United and Orlando City. That's kicking off at midnight tonight. So that keeps you up to date with all the scores around the world. Let me just remind you of what we've got coming up in the Premier League tomorrow. We can confirm that Chelsea against Aston Villa will be one of our live matches tomorrow on the TC Hub. Join Mike Harneman in the commentary box for the clash at Stamford Bridge, where we actually feature the other side from the second city, Aston Villa. They're Chelsea's visitors tomorrow. 5:30 kickoff. Will be on the air around about 5:15, 5:20 for that one with Mike, will be commentating. Other games taking place tomorrow. Crystal Palace and Tottenham is the early kickoff at 12:30. And then there's about 6 3:00 kickoffs. And I'll be commentating on one of those on a delayed commentary stream, which we'll be bringing you neither tonight or tomorrow night or early tomorrow morning. And the game that we're going to be featuring, let me tell you, it will be Manchester United against Newcastle United. So I'm going to be doing commentary or recorded commentary on Cristiano Ronaldo's Old Trafford second debut at Old Trafford. And that will be played out neither tomorrow night or early Sunday morning. Russ will be hosting, but I will be doing the commentary as it happens live. So that will be taking place. The other games at 3:00, kicking off at 3:00 in the Premier League, incidentally, are Arsenal against Norwich, Brentford against Brighton and Hove Albion, Leicester City against Manchester City, Southampton against Manchester United, and Watford against Wolves. Scottish Premiership, let me just remind you of the fixtures for that one. St Johnstone and Rangers is the early kickoff at 12:30. And then there's 4 3:00 kickoffs, including Celtic against Ross County, Dundee against Livingston, Motherwell against Aberdeen, and St Mirren against Dundee United. In the Championship, all of these 3:00 kickoffs, including Blackburn Rovers against Luton Town, Blackpool against Fulham, Bournemouth against Barnsley, Bristol City against Preston North End, Coventry City against Middlesbrough, Reading against Queen's Park Rangers, Sheffield United take on Peterborough United. Sheffield United having an horrendous start to the season at the moment. Really have been struggling this season for form. What an opportunity for them. Stoke City against Huddersfield Town, Swansea City against Hull City, and West Brom, who are Dale's team, I can tell you, they play Millwall as well. There's a Super League game on at 11:30. That's between West Ham and Aston Villa. That's the Women's Super League. League One, all 3:00 kickoffs these. Burton against Gillingham, Cambridge against Lincoln, Charlton Athletic against Cheltenham. Michael Duff's at Cheltenham, a great hero of mine for all his years at Burnley, of course. Cult hero. Ipswich Town against Bolton Wanderers, MK Dons against Portsmouth, Morecambe against ASC Wimbledon, Oxford against Wycombe Wanderers, Plymouth Argyle against Sheffield Wednesday, Rotherham against Fleetwood, Shrewsbury versus Crewe, Sunderland against Accrington Stanley at the Stadium of Light, and Wigan against Doncaster Rovers. In League Two, again, all 3:00 kickoffs these games. Crawley against Carlisle, Forest Green against Northampton Town, Hartlepool against Bristol Rovers, Lake Norient against Oldham Athletic, who are struggling really badly for form, so they could do with some more a boost of another victory there. Rochdale, their rivals against Tranmere Rovers, Salford City against Bradford City, Scunthorpe against Exeter City, Sutton United against Stevenage, Swindon Town against Port Vale, and Walsall take on Mansfield. Again, and then we go into the conference, or the National League, I should say. used to be non-conference, of course. Aldershot against Solihull Moors, Barnet against Eastleigh, Bromley against Boreham Wood, Dover against Chesterfield, Halifax against Southend, Stockport against Yeovil, Torquay against Grimsby Town, Wealdstone against Altrincham, Weymouth against Notts County, Wrexham against Woking, and Kings Lynn and Dagenham and Redbridge. That's a 5:20 kick-off tomorrow afternoon. Incidentally, for that one, the Scottish Championship as well. Just quickly before we hand, we've got a few moments before we hand back to Dale, of course. In the Scottish Championship tomorrow, again, all these games are 3 o'clock kickoffs. Arbroath take on Hamilton Academicals, Ayr against Dunfermline, Inverness Cally Thistle against Partick Thistle, battle of the Thistles there. Kilmarnock against Green at Morton, I should say, and Raith Rovers against Queen of the South. In League One, we've got Alloa against Falkirk, Cove against Montrose, Barton against East Fife, Peterhead against Clyde, and Queen's Park against Airdrie. And then in League Two, we've got Albion Rovers against Cowden Beef, Annan against Stennhouse-Bure, Kelty Hearts against Elgin City, Stirling Albion against Forfar Athletic, and Stranraer take on Edinburgh City in that one as well. And that will be interesting as well. Some games elsewhere, but I'm not going to bore you with all that. They're just some of the ballpark games. Of course, Premier League football, Sunday fixtures, Leeds against Liverpool, of course, the big one at 4:30. Scottish Premiership, we've got Heart of Midlothian against Hibernian. That's the Edinburgh Derby. That kicks off at Tynecastle at noon. And there's Championship football as well. Nottingham Forest against Cardiff City. And there's some Super League games as well. On the Monday, Everton against Burnley is the Premier League offering on Monday. Can my team get their first away points of the season against an Everton side going well? And the ref of Benitez. Well, we'll find out at 8 o'clock on Monday night for that one. Some FA Cup qualifying between Averley and Barking. Finn Harps against Bohemians as well. So plenty to look forward to. And then, of course, we've got the Champions League coming up Tuesday or Wednesday. And then the Europa League and Conference League games coming up as well on Thursday. So plenty of good football. Hopefully coming up on this channel. Also, I should tell you that we'll tell you we'll try to give you all the latest scores from elsewhere. No change in the game at Barrow. No change in the game at Harrogate, as we told you earlier. I'm sure Dale will keep you up to date with that when we hand back to him in a couple of minutes from now. But just to remind you that we'll have live coverage of the game at Chelsea tomorrow between Chelsea and Aston Villa, the other Second City team involved. Should be a crack at that one. Mike Harneman will be your commentator for that one at 5:20 here on TCR, JDAC Football, JB Sports, Commentary Hub 2 and Storm FM, Mike's own channel. And of course, we'll be live, as we always are for these streams, on Twitter, Periscope and Twitch as well. Don't forget, Melon is our streaming partner, and you can find the Melon app at the website melonapp.com. And our Twitter handle, incidentally, is Commentary Live 1. And of course, we're also on Facebook at allthews.facebook.com/the Commentary Hub as well. So check that out if you can. Check the Twitter feed out as well. Our friend Russ Murden, who's producing the show tonight, keeps that particular machine going as well. We are looking forward to bringing you that. But we're just waiting for the teams to reconvene here at St Andrews in the deepest Second City, where Birmingham City are going very well under Lee Bowyer, former Blues player himself. Well, he's certainly got the team galvanised against a very sorry-looking Derby, who really did dominate the opening exchanges. Tom Lawrence coming close, but they've made some elementary mistakes. And, well, I think Ray Rooney will be counting his stars that he's tied not more than a goal up, really, because they've or goal down, really, because they should have been out of sight, Birmingham, in the second half. Well, I'm going to head back now. We're going to head back to St Andrews in just a second now because Dale is waiting to take you through live alternate commentary of the second half. And coming right up, don't forget, we'll have live delayed commentary of Manchester United and Newcastle United. I'll be the lucky man covering Ronaldo's second debut tomorrow, and I'm really looking forward to what sort of reception he's going to actually get at Old Trafford tomorrow. If he starts, of course, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer obviously played his cards close to his chest on that one, and hopefully we'll also bring you on Sunday that massive Premier League clash. Arguably, I think the clash of the weekend between Leeds and Liverpool, always a clash to enjoy and admire as well. We don't know if we are covering it. We'll let you know who the commentator is going to be nearer the time if we do decide to cover it. But we can confirm that we will be live tomorrow from for covering the game at Stamford Bridge. Alternate commentary with Mike Harneman on Chelsea and Aston Villa. As I say, we start at 20 past 5 with a kickoff at 5:30. And don't forget to tune in for that one. It'll be on across all platforms, all stages as well. Right, we better cross back to St Andrews as Wayne Rooney is making his way out to the dugout. The teams are back out onto the field. Let me hand over now for the second half, and he's doing a fantastic job so far. Let's hand back now to Dale Brooks.
Yeah, thank you very much, JB. The Wayne Rooney hairdryer treatment may have worked because he's made a substitution. Graham Shinney has actually gone off the Derby number 4, and on has come Jack Stretton. Now, Jack Stretton only turned 20 on Monday. He scored in the 2-1 defeat to Peterborough. Derby were actually 1-0 up in that until stoppage time. And he's a boyhood Derby fan. So not only have we got Troy Deeney on the bench for Birmingham, Jack Stretton is now on the pitch for Derby County. So I'm sure Derby fans are looking forward to seeing this young lad again after his goal against Peterborough. But if you have just joined us here anyway, we are into the second half. It's Birmingham City 1, Derby County 0. Scott Hogan with the goal in the 31st minute. So we're underway once again in the second half, and I'll just run through the two teams for you. Obviously, we've had the change now, so we'll let you know that one. So in goal, it's Matthias Sarkic for Birmingham, that is. In goal, Matthias Sarkic, Maxim Collin, Mark Roberts, Harley Dean, and Christian Pedersen across the back. Jeremy Bella, Ivan Sunic, Ryan Woods, and then Tahi Chong. And up front, Lucas Jukovic and Scott Hogan. And for Derby, it was in goal, it's Keller Roos, number 21, number 2, Nathan Byrne, 6, Phil Jagielka, Curtis Davis and Lee Buchanan across the back. Max Bird, it was Graham Shinney, but of course he's been took off, and now Jack Stretton's gone up front, so you would think it's 2 up top for Derby. Tom Lawrence, the captain, Ravel Morrison and Lewis Sibley, and up front, Sam Bulldog. So that's how Derby line up, and that's how Birmingham line up. And we, as I say, we're underway here. Just a minute gone in the second half, as the ball goes straight into the arms. Birmingham will love this, though. They're kicking from, of course, towards the Tilton stand now, and that is the stand that they absolutely love kicking towards, because all of the Birmingham fans are behind there. So. And as for Derby, they'll also like it because they're kicking towards the Jill Merrick, and that's where all the Derby fans are situated, all 1,000 of them. But still, they will get behind their team, I'm sure. And it has been a very good atmosphere here tonight, as Derby will come forward now over the halfway line, looking to clip the ball in straight away. Stretton looking to be involved, but good play by Sunic to get it away for Birmingham. Be interesting to see how Lee Bowyer shapes his side up now. Obviously being 1-0 up, will they go for the jugular, or will they sit back and protect the lead? Of course, we will have to wait and see. But Roberts has a throw for Birmingham just inside his own half. If you have joined us, you are listening to the Commentary Hub YouTube channel, and it is Birmingham City 1, Derby County 0 so far. We've just had a couple of minutes gone in the second half, as here is Hogan looking to win a bouncing ball, but it's hacked away by the Derby defender, Jagielka. As mentioned, he is the stalwart. 700 appearances in club football, Phil Jagielka. Not to be sniffed at that. That's a very good record. And as I say, still playing at the age of 39. Left Sheffield United in the summer after returning to them to help them in the Premier League. But of course, it didn't quite go to plan. But he'll be hoping to revitalise and help this Derby team grow. As Derby have it down the left-hand side. Dean will hack it away, though. And it's gone out for a throw-in. And just time to mention that, well, you are obviously listening to the commentary on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel, but today's Player of the Match sponsor on the Hub is sponsored by Commentary Services. And Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcast partners for this season, JDAT Football, JB Sports and Storm FM. As Chong picks up the loose ball for Birmingham now. They're looking to attack in front of the Tilton. Here is Sunich. Finds Bella down the left-hand side. Is he going to cut in? Yes, he is on that right foot. Cuts in. Is he going to go for a strike? He does. It takes a deflection, but it's headed away by Jagielka in the end. And Derby now picking up down the left-hand side. Good play by the substitute, Stretton. And in fact, I think he's been fouled. And it's a Derby free kick inside their own half. Stretton straight in the thick of the action then. The young man. And he wins his side of free kick. Sunich was just all over him there. It doesn't really come to anything. And in the end, it goes back to Roos in the Derby goal. He finds Jagielka. Jagielka will carry the ball forward just a couple of yards. Then he goes back to Roos. 5 minutes gone here in the second half. Birmingham 1, Derby 0. That's St Andrews. As Roos clears it along the Dutch keeper. Over the halfway line it goes. And Deeney's under it though. Heads it forward. Picked up by the fullback, Nathan Byrne, in the white shirt, black shorts of Derby. And Derby's next 6 fixtures, they go to West Bromwich Albion in midweek on Tuesday night. Stoke City at home, Sheffield United away, Reading at home, Swansea at home, Preston away. They're all tough games in this division, aren't they? And that's a fixture list that Derby will need to get some points from. But he's Stretton straight away, causing problems for Birmingham once again. And he really has come on and made a nuisance of himself so far in this game, in this second half, should I say. And although he didn't quite win the foul or the throw-in in the end, he's certainly bustling about. He wants to get involved. And as a true Derby supporter, it must be a dream come true to play for the club he loves. As for the club he loves, Troy Deeney, no sign of him yet. He's still on the bench. Birmingham fans will be waiting in anticipation to see whether they can, whether their striker gets on this evening. But at the moment, there's no movement. And of course, when you've got a record like that for scoring 140 goals for Watford, it's everything, isn't it? And Birmingham need firepower. They've been talking about firepower a lot, the supporters on social media. And that's exactly what they've got in Troy Deeney. But so far, Scott Hogan has done the job, got the goal. They'll be happy with that as Derby have it now down the left-hand side. Inside the penalty area, pulled across. But Dean does well to clear it. Goes out for a Derby throw. That's better from Derby. They're just trying to make their way back into the game a little bit there. Good driving play down the left. And they have it once again on the edge of the box. Could be a chance. Shot comes in low. Oh, and it's just wide from Tom Lawrence, the captain. But the flag has gone up again. The flag hasn't half gone up a lot this evening, I have to say. So the goal wouldn't have counted anyway. But Lawrence spun his man brilliantly. Spun Sunich. Then got the 1-2 back inside the area. And his right-footed low drive whistled just past that near post. And a good... obviously, it wouldn't have counted anyway, but it's a warning sign for Birmingham in this second half. They're going to have to be careful, that's for certain. As Davis makes a hash of that clearance up in the air, when it reaches the halfway line. It's headed away by Sunage, or headed forward, should I say, by Sunage, and straight into Roos. Oh, he's miscontrolled it. And again, Derby. Roos in the Derby goal made a right mess of it. And in the end, he didn't control it. He's had to hack it out for a Birmingham City throw-in, deep inside the Derby half, almost by the corner flag, down the right-hand side. So it's a chance for... it was great pressure from Jukovic, you have to say. In fact, that hasn't come to anything. And now the ball has ended up with throwing to Birmingham. Jukovic doing the dirty work, as he always does. He's done it at all his clubs. Coventry City, especially, was obviously... and he even made an appearance for Everton in the Premier League. He's only made one Premier League appearance. That was for Everton. But he is a very old-fashioned centre-forward. And he actually said in a recent podcast that Birmingham is now his home, and that he classes himself as a fan now. So Birmingham have another supporter up front. It's in his 6th season now at the club, Lucas Jukovic. As Birmingham will pick up the ball now down the left-hand side. Here's Bella. Looks to get away from the challenge of Sibley. Now finds Sunage. Blues looking to play the ball out to the right. This is good build-up play. Colin clips it in with the right foot. Jukovic! Oh, he didn't get his header right. And in the end, it looped into the arms of Roos, the man we were talking about, the man who works so hard for his team, never leaves anything off that field. But his looping header was into the arms of Roos in the Derby goal, the Dutch keeper. He's actually first choice now, Keller Roos. And he was fighting it out with David Marshall last season, but Rooney sees him as the first choice now, in front of Ryan Alsop, who they signed from Wickham in the summer. But it does beg the question with those little bits of play with his feet. And although he wasn't responsible for the goal, he almost was responsible for something just a few moments ago. Not too comfortable with his feet, I don't think, Keller Roos, from what I've seen so far this evening. And going back to that man, Lucas Jukovic, he's actually scored most career goals against Derby County, 10 in total. As Blues now have it down this right-hand side. Here's Chong on that left foot. Finds Sunage. Chance for a shot here from 30 yards. Blues fans praying for the shot. In the end, he tries to dribble his way through. Now Jukovic inside the box, tries to get the left foot cross, but it's hacked away from Jagielka. And Birmingham, I think, made too much of that then. I think they were trying to walk the ball in. And in the end, it just didn't happen for them. As his Sunage trying to nick it away once again. Oh, as he brought down the Derby man inside the centre circle, just inside the Derby half. And Tom Lawrence is having a word with the ref, trying to get a booking, I think, out of the Birmingham man. I think that's not the first time he's done that tonight. And Rooney is also showing a little bit of, and in fact, it's going to be a yellow card for Ivan Sunage. And probably deserved so. He has put a few tasty tackles in as Birmingham's record signing. And he did there, and the Derby captain was side over. The Welshman Tom Lawrence back on his feet now. And ready to take the free kick. So in it goes. A flick on from Byrne, and it was almost going to cause a problem, but in the end it was good goalkeeping by Matthias Sarkic. And he'll pick the ball, and there he is, the man that Birmingham fans will be praying to see at some point on this pitch, I'm sure. Troy Deeney warming up. He's been told to warm up, so he could well be making an entrance. 57 minutes gone in this game. Birmingham City 1, Derby County 0. So it'll be interesting to see what Lee Bowyer does here. Will the boyhood supporter be brought on in front of the home fans to make his full debut? We will see. Should I say debut? In the meantime, it's a Birmingham throw-in, and it's Roberts that will take it. Down this left flank. It's going to be one of those long ones again, I'm afraid. Here we go. Derby players are going to be up for it. In fact, no, it's a short one. He surprised me there. Gone back to Colin. Clips it in. Roberts flick on by Pedersen. And he just didn't get there. And now Derby are trying to get it away. Morrison heads it away. Bit of head tennis going on. but tries to play it back in, does Chong, but again, it's hacked away. And now Roberts, there's a bit of boot ball going on here. Roberts has thumped it back, and it can only go out for a Derby throw. It was, well, it started off as head tennis, and then it was a bit of long ball tennis, really, as both sets of teams were trying to get rid of it like a hot potato. In the end, didn't quite come to anything, though, as Bella looks to shove Baldock off the ball. And it's a throw into Derby, which Nathan Burney's in a rush to take, and rightly so. Derby need to try and get going if they're to stand any chance of getting something here tonight. Here is Roos once again. This time his clearance is a good one over the halfway line. Pedersen heads it back. Then Bella lifts it forward. Chonga's gone down. Referee says no, and he's really been very lenient on those tonight. Hasn't given much of those where players have gone down, but Birmingham tried to nick it back. Chong is again using his energy. Finds Jukovic down the left. Will he get there? Using all his power and strength, but Jagielka sticks to his task for Derby and slides in. But it falls for Chong. Birmingham still have it. Deep inside the Derby half. Bella back to Chong on that left foot. Trying to do his tricks. Will he find a cross? Beats Bird. Clips it to the back post. Lovely one as well. And a good header behind for a corner. Birmingham were putting, I think it was Burn, was it, under pressure? And he had to head the ball behind for a corner there. In fact, it was Buchanan. He did well there, I have to say, because he was under real pressure from Colin. But it was a good header behind for a corner. So Buchanan will be pleased with that. But it's a corner to Birmingham City. The danger has not gone yet as Jeremy Bella comes over to take it from this right-hand side. Scored Birmingham's goal of the season in the 1920 campaign. 25-yard curler against Reading. He'll be looking to set up something here. The referee just making sure there's going to be no argy-bargies inside the box. Jukovic, Jagielka, they're all in the penalty area at the moment, having a bit of that. Bella puts it in. Good header away, though, but Jagielka almost fell for Chong on the edge of the box, but good clearance by Sibley. Birmingham still have it, though. Inside the Derby half, down the left-hand side, comes to Pedersen now. Looks to take on his man. Bird, will he get past him? He's trying, he's by the corner flag, and in the end, it deflects off Bird and falls for Burn, who wallops it away upfield. Derby cleared the danger for now. Now balled up with a little back heel, and Derby are going now. Here's Lawrence. Turns away from two Birmingham defenders. Goes back to Morrison. Bird. Now Burn, and Derby are just keeping it calm a little bit now as is Davies back to Max Bird, who made his debut at just 16, Max Bird, in 2017 against Barnsley in the Football League Cup. And Birmingham are under a little bit of pressure here as Roberts clears the ball out. And we have now reached the hour mark. It's Birmingham City 1, Derby County 0. If you've just joined us, you are listening to the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. Tonight's coverage of Birmingham against Derby. And at the moment, it's the Blues that lead, but he's Sibley looking to change it. Puts it in low. Good header away by Pedersen. Falls on the edge of the box for Lawrence. Oh, what a save by Sim. Comes back. Oh, and it's hacked over the bar. Oh, what an opportunity that was there. Tom Lawrence doing his little dilly-dallying on the edge of the area. Lovely play from him. He sets up the shot on his left foot, and it was pushed away by the Birmingham goalkeeper, Sarkic, and then the rebound came back, and he could only clear it over the bar. It was Baldock, I think, was it? Well, great effort from Lawrence, and that's the best chance Derby have created, especially in this second half. And once again, it's the captain, Tom Lawrence, who is the man behind. Actually scored his first goal in the, the opening goal in the recent 1-1 draw with Forest before the international break. So the Welshman looking to Matt, and here he is, Birmingham fans. You've been waiting for this moment. Troy Deeney has his top off, and the number 36 is showing. He's taking a drink. He is coming on. Now, it'll be interesting to see what Lee Bowyer does here, because Scott Hogan, of course, has already scored and he's not had a bad game. Will it be Jukovic? Will it be Hogan? Could it be anybody else? Could they go 3 up front? I wouldn't have thought they would. We will see. Or well, Chong is playing like a more number 10 forward role anyway, isn't he? So we'll have to wait and see. But Deeney is poised to make his debut for Birmingham City. We're in the 63rd minute here as the drinks breaks commence. It is Birmingham City 1, Derby County 0. But Derby fans, I'm sure, will be shuddering at the thought of this man coming on the pitch now. A man who's proven goal record everywhere he's been. Watford, Walsall, even Halesowen Town, scored goals wherever he's been. Knows exactly where the goal is. And still at the age of 33, still more than capable of scoring goals in this division. But there is a bit of treatment being administered at the moment to Chong. So it could well be Tahith Chong who goes off. And that may be the reason for Deeney. He just went in on his header and looks like Lawrence and Chong went in on a challenge and both 50-50 really, went for the ball and Chong's just come off the worst and it looks like Lawrence caught him with his arm in his head. So Chong is suffering a little bit at the moment. He's on the floor. So be a chance to bring you a couple of scores from updates from League Two. There's not long left in those games now. I'll tell you what, there's been some goals in both of those, though. 83 minutes on the clock in the Barrow-Colchester game. It's Barrow 2, Colchester United 3. And in the game between Harrogate and Newport County, it is Harrogate 2, Newport County 2. And there's 10 minutes to go in that game. So just time to give you some mentions. Today's player of the match sponsor on the hub is sponsored by Commentary Services. Commentary Services would like to thank our broadcast partners for this season, JDAC Football, JB Sports and Storm FM. And Commentary Services would also like to thank our official streaming partner for this season, Melon. And you can visit their website, www.melonapp.com. So far, so good for Birmingham City, but it looks like the evening is at an end for Tahith Chong as he goes off the pitch. And you can hear the reception building up. Troy Deeney is ready to make an entrance as Chong goes off the pitch. And we're just waiting now. Well, Lee Bowyer is just seeing what's going on. Deeney is poised. He's standing with his hands on the hips. He looks more than ready to enter the field. But Chong may come on, so we'll have to see. But it's a free kick to Birmingham in the meanwhile. Bella's free kick is poor, though. It's headed away. Falls for Calando down the right-hand side. Look at the take on Sibley. Clips it in right foot. Decent cross that. Roberts gets a looping header, but he can't quite keep it down. And the ball goes over the bar. And here he is. Bowyer telling him exactly what to do. Troy Deeney is ready to enter the field at long last. And we're just waiting to see. And in fact, it's going to be Lukas Jukovic. Well, I have to say he's putting the donkey work and I think it's because Scott Hogan obviously scored the goal. It might have been a bit unfair on taking Hogan off, but Jukovic gets a huge round of applause if you can hear that in the background. The Birmingham fans giving him a really good applause. And on he comes. Troy Deeney is on the pitch. He makes his debut for Birmingham City. The 67th minute mark here as Birmingham lead by a goal to nil. And you can see the joy on all those Blues faces. They are delighted with that one. And as Deeney goes trotting straight up to the number 9 position. And now Derby have more of a problem. They already trail by a goal to nil. But now they've got Troy Deeney to face. But here they come now, Derby. Oh, it's a good interception by Dean, though. He carries the ball forward for Birmingham, and Deeney screaming for it on the left. Will he get his first touch? Yes, he does. And Deeney plays it down to Chong. It's great play, Blues. Into the middle. Oh, and it almost found Hogan. He was completely free in the middle. Where the Derby defence had gone, I don't know. But Buchanan rescues it for Derby. Now Davis will prod the ball down the left-hand side. Good tackle, though, in the end from Birmingham's number 6. Ryan Woods, and it goes out for a Derby throw. But he's got his first touch, Deeney, and the first touch he could do was play Chong down the left-hand channel. And Chong, well, he put a great delivery, great low ball into the box, and Hogan just misread it. But the Derby defence went missing then. Davies and Jagielka, I'm not sure where they were. As we are now approaching the 68th minute mark. Well, we are. We're in the 68th minute as Birmingham lead by a goal to nil. If you've just joined us, you are listening to the commentary hub as Colin tries to take Bird on, but doesn't get past him. Now Birdle playing into Sibley. Sibley's under a bit of pressure from Birmingham players, and I think they've learnt their lesson a bit, Derby, now. They haven't played it out from the back as much. They have tended to be a bit more direct in this second half. And I think that's something, a lesson learned with what happened from the goal in the first half. And here is Derby's number 6, Jagielka. Plays into Lawrence. He's the danger man for Derby. Looking to slide it through. What a ball that is. Great opportunity here for Baldock on the left side. Goes for the shot. A low effort, and it's cleared away by Dean, I think. But that was heading towards goal. Baldock down the left-hand side. Great play from Lawrence. Sprinted over the halfway line. Playing the side rule pass into Baldock. And his left-footed drive, yes, that was heading for the corner. But Harley Dean was onto it and cleared the danger just in time, because that was definitely heading for the corner. That is much better from Derby. They really are coming for it. And here they come again with Morrison on the edge of the box. Chance for a shot. Well, the Birmingham defenders just let him shoot from there. And he let fly with a right foot effort. But thankfully, the ball sailed over the crossbar. But once again, Derby, they are finding their feet in this last 20 minutes. And it was Ravel Morrison this time, almost coming back to haunt his former club. As he went for an effort, Rooney claps it. He knows that Derby are just trying and finding a way through. And it seems Ravel Morrison is moving further up the pitch now. So that could be a good sign. And here is Morrison again as he clips it over the top. Roberts is underneath it though. Now Derby have it. Again, Sibley battling away, trying to get the better of Woods, and Woods does brilliant for Birmingham there. Comes away from the two challenges, but now he might lose it. And no, he wins it back again. That's great play from Ryan Woods, to the Birmingham applause. Did superbly there to win it. Now the diagonal, looking for Deeney. And it's headed back by Byrne and into the arms of Roos. So Derby can build again. And they need to. They need to do something if they're to find any way back into this game and get an equal. What a run by Buchanan, though. He's beat two players. Crossing by Buchanan. Oh, it's tipped away by Sarkic. A great cross effort. I'm not sure if he meant it, but Buchanan's ball into the box had to be parried away by Sarkic. It was a dangerous left-footed delivery, and it had to be parried away, and it was. But here come Derby again. They're not finished yet. Let me tell you, they're coming again on the attack. Birmingham need to be careful here. As they're slowing it down now with Lawrence, though. Lawrence looks for Bird. Will they look for the right-hand side? Bird is looking to try and play it into the middle. Instead, he goes back. And Birmingham have done well to force him back there. Now here's Jagielka. Clips it forward towards the substitute Stretton. But Dean's doing well. And in the end, he just manages to get a ball onto it. And Birmingham will come away with it there. Ollie Dean's had another good game for Birmingham City, the skipper. But here is Deeney outside the right boot, trying to send Hogan. Never going to send him like that. And the ball goes well out for a goal kick to Derby. If you have just joined us here, we've got 18 minutes to go. It's Birmingham City that still lead by a goal to nil. That 31st minute strike from Scott Hogan, still the difference between the two sides. But Derby are coming into their own a little bit now. And Birmingham are just sitting back a little bit. They need to be careful. They're trying to protect this, and that might be a mistake. But here's Morrison now inside the centre circle, looking to make something happen. Here comes Derby. They're pushing forward, Derby. Here's Sibley now, down the left-hand side. Here's Buchanan again into Morrison, inside the penalty area. Morrison's got 3-4 players round him. Now he finds Bird. They're looking for a shot. Goes to Buchanan, puts it in, and Roberts has to deflect it behind. But those Derby fans behind the goal, they can feel that the pressure is really starting to mount on Birmingham now. And although they don't quite get what they want there, the corner, I don't think, a goal kick to Birmingham. They were looking for the corner, and I have to say, on first viewing, I thought it may well have been, but it wasn't. It's a Birmingham goal kick. And, well, it's going to be a nervous end to this game, you would feel, for the Birmingham City players. And Scott Hogan is now going off the pitch. He's done his business. He's got the goal. And you can quite clearly see what Birmingham are doing. Gary Gardner's coming on. That is a complete plain. I think they will shut up shop now, as Gardner is a midfielder. Of course, another former Aston Villa player. And he was had a spell with Nottingham Forest as well, where he impressed. The brother of Craig, who, of course, is the technical director here. But Gary Gardner is into the central midfield, and off comes Scott Hogan. So Birmingham, you would think, will now settle. They are settling for this with 15 minutes to go. And they'll try and hit Derby on the counter-attack. But as I say, Derby have certainly grown into this second half. And 15 minutes to go. Well, anything could happen. And let's not forget, plus injury time as well, because Chong was down for a little bit. There could be a few minutes injury time. But in the meantime, Birmingham have a free kick. Bella lifts it in there. Roberts tries to get a foot on it again towards the back post, but he's could only... in fact, it was Christian Pedersen who could only prod the ball wide. So Derby are looking to move it quickly. And in the last 5 minutes, it really does show you the possession stats. I'm just looking at this. Derby have had 74% to Birmingham's 26%. That really does tell you where the game is swinging at the moment. But let's not forget, Derby have got players missing as well. I mean, of course, they're missing Juzovac after he played for Poland, one of their star players, as Chong looks to bring it forward for Birmingham. He's a big, big miss. He's Kamil Juzovac. They're also missing Craig Forsyth, who's their longest-serving player. He suffered a 3-match ban after being sent off against Nottingham Forest. So they've got two key players missing. Colin Kazim-Richards as well. Let's not forget, last season's top scorer, he's still out injured as well. So although Wayne Rooney's got a young side, and he can still be encouraged by their performance, they are giving it their best. And this, this Birmingham side, as I say, they will be absolutely delighted. And if it stays, well, yeah, I was going to say, if it stays that way, they will certainly be moving up to 4th in the table into that playoff place. And dizzy heights for Birmingham City. Just 2 points off the top of the table. Obviously a game in hand, but game that they've taken. But very impressive from Lee Bowie if they can hold on to that. And Chong was brought down by Ravel Morrison, just on you. And I think Ravel Morrison's took a booking for his troubles. That's his 3rd of the season, the Jamaican. So another free kick to Birmingham as Bella lifts it in. Again, it's headed away, this time by Jagielka. Derby will look to pick up the pieces down the left. Stretton, who's going absolutely balmy, and Chong. And Stretton's just pushed Chong. Another bit of afters there. He's causing a few things happening tonight, Chong, isn't he? He's been in the aftermath. He's had an injury. He's pushed a couple of players, and he's really been involved in a few things. But here come Derby now, as Davis is looking to carry this over the halfway line. Now he needs support, and he gets it from Sibley, clipping it over the top, looking for the diagonal. Good header away by Bella, but it's only as far as Byrne, who will pick it up for Derby. He goes down, and that's a free kick to Derby. No need for Bella to do that, but into the back he goes. And it's a free kick to Derby County. Well, Wayne Rooney wasn't happy. The game had been moved to a Friday night. He's had to deal with a lot of, as I say, a lot of injuries, a lot of suspensions, and his star player, of course, had Derby been played on the Saturday, then Juzovac would have been available. But because it's Friday night, he isn't. Free kick to Derby then. Byrne lifts it in. Good header away by Pedersen. Still Derby have it on the edge of the box. Birmingham look to perform that brick wall and try and get blocks in. In the end, they do. And good tackle again. This time by Woods, I think it was, as the ball scoops in the air. And Jagielka heads it back to Roos. And Derby, though, will go again. It's going to be constant pressure now. Birmingham have to hold firm if they're to clinch their first home win of the season. Here's Byrne now for Derby. Goes back to Morrison, who's looking to carry it towards the centre of the pitch. Instead, he goes back to Davis. And Derby now, they're just looking a bit laboured just at the back. Davis and Jagielka. Well, I think you can quite understand that. They're both experienced pros, shall we say. And I don't think Jagielka's up to speed fitness-wise as yet, so that might be a problem as well. As Pedersen was looking for the free kick there for Birmingham, Stretton went into the looking to put him under pressure, and the ball goes out for, it looks like it's a goal kick to Birmingham. But if you've just joined us, you are listening to the Commentary Hub YouTube channel, and it's not been a classic, it has to be said, but Birmingham City fans certainly won't mind because they lead by a 1-0 here against Derby County. But it's not over yet. There's still 11 minutes remaining here. Anything could happen. And has to be said, Deaney's been a little bit quiet the last few minutes. Hasn't really been involved to touching the ball. And Mark Roberts has now received a booking for his troubles. So referee Gavin Ward handing the cards. I think that's the 4th card he's handed out already, or so far. But it's a throw into Birmingham City, which Mark Roberts is going to take. Now, Deaney, this is where he'll try and pounce and try and look to gain on the flick-ons or even get on the flick-ons. We'll have to wait and see. Roberts is going to take it. This throw-in, it's going to be another missile. Here we go. Thrown in towards the goalkeeper's punched it. He's got to get it second time, and he does. And Roos does really well, to be fair, because he was under a siege in his own goal from the Birmingham City players there. You got Deaney, you got Dean, but he did well. He fisted it up in the air and then caught it the second time of asking. But here come Birmingham again, motoring down the right. Here's Chong now. Plays a lovely ball down the right. This is great football. Falls for Sonny. Oh, he just miscontrolled it. Here's the chance for Bella. Inside the box. He scores! Jeremy Bella drives it home left-footed. And that will surely give the 3 points for Birmingham City now. They will surely be heading for their first home win of the season. Jeremy Bella, the man, surely sealed it. And it was great play in the end. Once again, it was that man Chong involved. He took his time. And in the end, he found Bella down the left. He took a couple of touches inside the box and leathered it left-footed into the near post, into the back of the net. And Birmingham City lead by 2-0 now. Just having a look again. Chong, mate, it was lovely football. It was Sunage actually lost the ball, to be fair. And then it came to Bella. And then he drilled it in left-footed. Great finish from Jerry Bella. Still had a bit of to do it. But he made the most of that. And as I say, he scored Birmingham's goal of the season. A 25-yard perler. Although that wasn't goal of the season, it was a great finish. And that's his 6th goal in a Birmingham City shirt. And it's his first goal of the season as well. He's off and running now. And Lee Bowyer's side are in full control now, by leading 2-0. Just 9 minutes to go. That will give them just that breath of relief, really, because Derby were coming onto them. And although they hadn't created too much, they were certainly getting a head up of steam. And in fact, there's been another change for Derby County now. Dylan Williams has come on. So we'll have to see what Dylan Williams can do. He's a defender, versatile, made his senior debut in the League Cup tie against Salford last month. So he's on the pitch, but we're just having a look at the second goal for Blues again. And yeah, basically, Sonage seemed to lose the ball. It ricocheted off a Derby player. It fell nicely for Bella, and he tucked it away with great aplomb with the left foot into the Roos's near post. Great finish. And Derby have made a third change, and Jason Knight has now been thrown on for Tom Lawrence, the Republic of Ireland midfielder, returning from an ankle injury which he suffered in pre-season. It's his first game back this season. I mentioned before kick-off that it's a big boost for Derby just having him back. Well, he's on the field now. He's Jason Knight. And the midfielder will be looking to make something happen in the final third. Rooney throwing on his final cards, if you like, to try and get something from this game. But it really is whittling away from them at the moment. Birmingham City 2, Derby County 0, if you've just joined us here on the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. And I hope you're enjoying listening to our commentary this evening. As here is Stretton back into Knight. Derby playing it around. They don't want to make a mess of it, that's for certain, like they did for the first goal. They've gone back to just playing it out from the back a little bit now. And I think they need to be careful on that. As is Lawrence, and Chong was trying to get the better of him then. In the end, goes down, wins the free kick. Chong was muscling and bustling, as he has all night, to be fair, on Ravel Morrison. But in the end, Morrison just about gets away with it and gets the free kick as well. But it was Lewis Sibley, by the way, who went off for Dylan Williams, just to let you know. I might have missed that. So Dylan Williams and Derby have made their 3 substitutions. Jack Stretton, Dylan Williams and Jason Knight are all on for Birmingham. Troy Deeney and Gary Gardner have come on. But it's Birmingham that lead the advantage by 2-0. And here is Knight now looking to get it away for Derby as they push forward. Just hoping and praying they can get something. Jagielka trying to play it through. Great interception, though, from Pedersen. He really read that well. A sliding tackle with his left foot. And, well, it'll be interesting to see where we go from here as is Jagielka looking tired now, the Derby back line. They've been pushed to the limit, certainly the last 10 or 15 minutes. As Birmingham have just got back into the game, and that second goal was needed at the right time, really. And they got it. As here comes Derby again, looking to build play. 5 minutes to go then, as Chong once again wins it back for Birmingham. He's had an absolutely brilliant game as Tanith Chong, the Manchester United loanee. He really does look a class above. And as I say, that's no disrespect to Birmingham, but he is looking the piece. As Birmingham look to play it down the left-hand side with Sunich, finds Bella deep inside the Derby half. Bella just being patient. Birmingham being told to just keep ball now. Sunich, they don't want to make any mistakes. And Deeney spun away off Davis, but didn't win the free kick. And here comes Chong again, with those fluorescent yellow boots. Plays in Bella now, down the left-hand side, looking to put the cross in low. And that was close, but Roos read it and puts his arms on it, and Derby can breathe again. And it's thrown out quickly to Morrison. And here is the man on the ball. It goes back to Morrison, actually. Bird is looking to make, but instead he finds Jagielka for Derby. They look to move the ball. They need to do something quick now, Derby, if they're to stand any chance of getting anything from this game. They trail 2-0 here at St Andrews. Here is Jagielka. It goes back to Jagielka down the right-hand side. He's looking for a man. Nobody's making a run, though. And in the end, he has to go back to Byrne. And as I say, you can see, a good spin away there from Jason Knight. Wins Derby a free kick, so he's come straight back in the action. Ryan Woods, who also has had a very good game for Birmingham as well, puts the tackle in on Jason Knight. And Bowyer shouting those instructions. He wants his team to see it through now. It's going to be not quite. Oh, it's a free kick then. Byrne will take it. And it just goes over everybody's head and out for a throw. Bit of a waste, really, from Nathan Byrne. Bit of a tired free kick, I think it's fair to say. If you've just joined us here, well, like I say, you haven't missed an absolute classic. But what you have missed is 2 teams going for it. And Birmingham City are the team that lead by 2-0 here against Derby in the Championship. And they'll go up to 4th in a playoff place. dreamland for Birmingham fans, it has to be said. At this moment, as Dean just gets his header right, goes back to the goalkeeper there, Sarkic. But he was under real pressure there from, I think it was Lawrence. 2 minutes to go then. Birmingham lead by 2-0. Cleared away by Sarkic towards the penalty area. Dean looked to get a flick on, and in the end it goes into the arms of Roos. But Roos did try and collect it, so I'm not sure if it did come off a Derby player. But and could have been a corner, but it wasn't to be. So here is Bird now inside his own half. Derby have it on the edge of their own penalty area at the moment. Goes back to Roos. Roos will find Jagielka as he'll look to build. And they're looking down that right channel again. Here's Byrne, who has impressed. He's made a few decent runs for Derby. Tom Lawrence as well. He's been in the thick of it, probably from Chance's point of view. A couple of efforts, of course. He had one in the first, one in the second. But Lee Bowyer, well, he's looking very relaxed now. His opposite counterpart not quite looking as relaxed. But as mentioned, Derby have still got a lot of players to come back from injury and suspension. So just the one win against Hull so far this season, away from home. And we are approaching stoppage time now. It'll be interesting to see what Gavin Ward adds on. And I think he's having a word with he's called over Troy Deeney. It'll be interesting to see what he's going to say here. And he's called over Derby player Nathan Byrne as well. I think he's just going to have another ticking off with them and not producing. Just having a look at the replay, and there was a bit of pulling. Oh, Deeney actually pushed him to the ground, Byrne, and then Byrne went in and tried to have a battle back. But well, you've seen bookings given for them, but not on this occasion. And then the border's just gone up. There's 5 minutes of injury time to be played here at St Andrews. And Birmingham City just need to see those 5 minutes through, and they will get their first home win of the season. Lee Bowyer will be delighted with that. Wayne Rooney, of course, well, he'll have a few things to ponder. And those Derby fans will have a few things to ponder. Let's not forget there's still a possibility of a points deduction as well, which they will be hoping to get ironed out very soon. I understand they're in discussions at the moment with the EFL to try and find a way round it. So every point is precious for Derby at the moment. And here they come again, just looking to get the ball down the left, but it's well took by Gardner for Birmingham, and it's clicked forward. And Derby will try and build again. Birmingham have got pretty much everybody back now, apart from Chong, who tries to act as the number 10, and then Deeney staying up there as well. But pretty much everybody, they got the three midfielders in there, Gardner, Woods and Sunic, trying to protect that defensive line. And so far, they've done a very good job. And it's another clean sheet as well for Birmingham City. Lee Bowyer, 4 clean sheets for the season now. He will be delighted with that. Here's Morrison then for Derby, if they can just see it through. Here's Bird. We're going to play it through, but Colin intercepts that and clears it away. Falls for Morrison for Derby. Morrison going forward. He's looking for somebody down the left-hand side. In the end, he finds him. Goes back to Morrison. Now he'll find Byrne, who goes over to the right-hand channel. And now Knight. Jason Knight gets the cross in. It's away by Pedersen. Still Derby going, though. Pushing forward. Byrne is the kind of winger now. Playing as a winger, trying to play it in. But again, the ball is poor. And Birmingham intercept it. Forward it goes. Here's Deeney now. Looking to keep it in. Will he keep it in? Well, no, he doesn't. Or does he? Yes, he does. Sorry, he does. He's kept the ball in, and he's won Birmingham a throwing right by the corner flag, has he? No, it's gone the other way, and he's having a moan at that as well. So, he's certainly been in the thick of certain things. And once again, he's after that Nathan Byrne again, which... but here's Chong for Birmingham, wins it back for Blues, deep inside the Derby half. Bella is screaming for it on the left, but they're just keeping possession, Birmingham now, just playing it out. And it goes all the way back to Pedersen, who will go all the way back to the goalkeeper. They've done their job. They've done the what they needed to do. Matthias Sarkic clears it up. It's a flick on, and here's Colin. Can he keep it in down the right? He's offside. Linesman's flagging, and that will be that for the Birmingham attack. But you are listening to the commentary hub here on the YouTube on our YouTube channel. It's alternative commentary, of course, and Birmingham City 2, Derby County 0 here at St Andrews, and it looks like those goals will be enough from Hogan and Bella to see it through. And in fact, the man of the match has been awarded to Tat Hit Chong. And I did say that he'd had a good game. I did say he'd been in the thick of a lot of things, battling, but also he's done some very good things with his feet. He certainly looks a player to be looked at. Birmingham's next 6 fixtures, incidentally, are at home to Fulham. Very tough one. That'll be a big test for Lee Bowyer. Of course, they were already beaten. Lost to Fulham in the League Cup, 2-0 just a few weeks ago. They'll be looking to avenge that in midweek. And we've just got a minute to go now as the ball is in the arms and safely in the arms of Matthias Sarkic, who will just take his time, bounce the ball and get ready to boot it as he does. Over the halfway line it goes then. Looking for Deeney to flick it on. He does flick it on, but once again, it goes into the arms of the opposition goalkeeper, Roos. Wayne Rooney looking with a frustrated face on him. Still 2-0 to Birmingham City. Just 20 seconds to go now of injury time. You wouldn't think there's much more added to that, although it's been a bit spicy at times. Here's Bella looking to play in Deeney. Can he get the No, he can't quite get there. And in the end, Bird knocks it back to Roos, who will clear it. And the referee has blown the whistle. That is it. It is all over here at St Andrews. Birmingham City have done the job they needed to do. It's their first home win of the season. The Blues fans will be absolutely delighted. The season ticket holders who have been there will be for certain. It's Birmingham City 2, Derby County 0. And, well, it all started in the first half. Derby actually started the first half well and had an opportunity when Tom Lawrence forced the Birmingham keeper into a really good save low down. And you thought they might push on. But as it was, a mistake from Lee Buchanan cost Derby. And after Jukovic's shot was saved, he managed to put the ball over to Scott Hogan, who was waiting in the 6-yard box to pounce for his third goal of the season. And that was on 31 minutes. And then as the game approached in the second half, well, Derby pushed on. They made everything, made a couple of changes, of course, throwing players on, throwing their boyhood fan on, Jack Stretton, but even he couldn't make the difference. And despite pressure, Tom Lawrence did force Birmingham keeper Sarkic into another great save after he tipped the ball away. But that was really all Derby could muster. And in the end, the pressure told as Birmingham finally got the much-needed second goal. Jeremy Bella finishing it off after the ball had ricocheted off the Derby player, fell into his path, and he delightfully finished it with his left foot. So it's a win for Birmingham City here at St Andrews. They've done the job. They've done the business. They move up to 4th in the championship table. It's all smiles for everybody, especially Lee Bowyer. For Derby County, well, they've got some work to do, but it's still an encouraging display with the number of players injured and suspensions they have. So it's finished here at St Andrews, Birmingham City 2, Derby County 0. I hope you've enjoyed the commentary tonight. I will hand you now back to JB to wrap everything up. You've been listening to the Commentary Hub YouTube channel. It's finished Birmingham City 2, Derby County 0.
Thank you very much indeed, Dale Brooks. What a great call by him in this game, and well done. What a great debut commentary, and we'll be hearing from him next week, I hope, as well. First of many for Dale, a terrific debut for him. Great result for Birmingham City, of course. Terrific result for the Blue Noses. Lee Bowyer's men must be absolutely delighted about that. Birmingham 2, Derby 0. Goals from Hogan and Bella. And really self-inflicted, really, as far as Derby are concerned. As for Birmingham, they are now up to 4th in the table. I told you they might be in the playoffs. They now move above Huddersfield and Stoke, Bournemouth and Coventry. into the top 4. QPR are still third, and then it's West Brom and Fulham locked together on 13 points apiece. As for Derby, they stay 16th, but 4 points above the drop zone, 6 points from 6 games, and Wayne Rooney's appalling record as manager continues, but it's under very difficult circumstances, of course, as Dale alluded to in the commentary. They've had key players like Craig Forsyth out through suspensions and things like that. It's been a chastening time for Derby County, but still a long way to go in the season. But of course, they could end up with points deductions and things like that. So every point it's got to be crucial now for Derby County moving forward from there on in, for absolutely sure. So that's the way it's finished. Let me just run through the scores for tonight before we leave you. And as Dale said in the commentary, there's a couple of League Two games, and they certainly have value for money in those 2 games. It's finished. It's finished here at. It's finished up at Barrow 2, Colchester 3. Let me remind you what happened in that game. Barrow took the lead through Stevens after 25. Judge equalised on 35. Then Freddie Sears scored after 38 goals. There were 2 sending off actually in the game. Then Banks scored after 76 minutes from a penalty. Chambers was sent off for Colchester. He was the first red card on 68 minutes. Eastman then put the 10 men of Colchester in front, and then Jones was sent off towards the end of the game. So 5 goals, 2 sendings off up at Barrow in a very, very interesting game up in Cumbria tonight. In the other game in League Two, it finished 2-2, unchanged from the first half. No scoring. Just to remind you, the goal scorers, Muldoon and Armstrong for Harrogate, Bennett and Wilmot for Newport County as well. So some excellent games there in League Two tonight. In the World Cup qualifying that was played a long time ago, today, Brazil 2, Peru 0. In the Premier Division in Wales, Carnarvon beat Kerrindrews 3-0. Glentoran beat Ballymena 4-1. And in the Irish Premier Division, Derry and Finn Harps shared a 2-2 draw. In the French Ligue 1, Lille were beaten 2-1 by Lorient, and Club Brugge beat Ostend by 3-0. And 2 more matches from the Danish League. Midland 2, Northland 0, and Bromley 1, Silkeborg 1. So that brings you all up to date with the football scores tonight. Just a couple of bits of housekeeping before I leave you tonight. We've got our next live commentary comes from the match at Stamford Bridge. The late kickoff at Stamford Bridge will have Chelsea against another second city team, Aston Villa in the Premier League. Mike Arneman will be your commentator for that one at 5:20 with a 5:30 kickoff. Join us on all platforms and all stations tomorrow night for that one. And of course, we'll have delayed commentary. I'll be doing delayed commentary earlier that day on Manchester United against Newcastle United. Cristiano Ronaldo's potential second Manchester United debut at Old Trafford tomorrow. And that commentary could well be played later tomorrow night or early Sunday morning. That's in the lap of the gods, but there will be a delayed commentary of that particular match, recap match, for you to enjoy over the weekend. And if there's any more live, and if we do decide to go ahead with Leeds Liverpool, we will let you know on Twitter, and we'll let you know on all the usual Twitter and Facebook platforms. Anyway, thank you very much to everybody. Our producer Russ for tonight. Producing tonight's show. My big thanks to, of course, Dale Brooks for a magnificent debut commentary, and the first of many, I'm sure, for Dale as well. And I hope you've all enjoyed it as well. It's been fabulous bringing you this game tonight between Birmingham and Derby. And Birmingham now, the dizzy heights of 4th place. Lee Bowyer's side proving yet again they mean business in the Championship. And as for Wayne Rooney's side, Weybridge is depleted and patched up Derby side. It's going to be a long old autumn and possible long winter for them, for sure. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's broadcast. I've enjoyed it. I hope you have too. And from me, JB, I'll see you all. I'll speak to you all over the weekend. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Friday, and I'll see you soon. Good night.